Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I'm multitasking like usual. Anyway, I just had a thought and I thought I would come on here and share it with you because it kind of blew my mind. So I think a lot of us are wondering like what are these data centers even for? You know, because like I think of it and I'm like, this isn't just to generate AI. Like for us, definitely not. Like they would never do all that for us. And then it dawned on me that they're preparing for the smart cities and that they need a way to run the smart cities. So, I saw this video of a some folks in Georgia, and they showed their water pressure. They live in a like near a data center, and their water pressure is like non-existent. They have to stockpile gallons of water to like help flush. It's literally like a little drip. And there's they're wanting to build an AI center in Winslow, and I'm in Holbrook, which is about 30 miles away. But we're in the middle of the fucking desert, literally between Flagstaff and Gallup. There's like us. That's it. So it's there's a lot of land, but obviously the water. We are off of like the Little Colorado River, which is not that doesn't flow all the time, but there's not water like that around. There was just a power plant, but they just closed the power plant. I wonder if that's why. They're also building a bunch of wind turbines where I live, and I think there's talk about a solar farm. So we are right under the Navajo reservation and Hopi reservations. Um, so it's just you know the government's notorious for doing shit like this on native land, right? Or what's left of native land. Um, so I don't know. It never dawned on me what the fuck those were for, but yeah. So if you still think that smart cities are a conspiracy theory, they're not. um, Sorry, I have to multitask. I'm watching Stranger Things. Uh, but yeah, I think smart cities, a lot of us have been trying to talk to you guys about, or everybody, not just you, um, about smart cities, and everyone's been like, those are conspiracy theories. But like, why do you think like everything's connected? Why do you think they would have taken the rights away from the national parks if they didn't need more land, right? So what I would advise, oh, that's cute. I would advise looking into where the nearest um, proposed smart city is going to be to where you live now. Now, there's a lot of speculation about, there's this huge shift, like wealth redistribution right now, right? Slash complete monopoly, right? And I mean, we've been living through this for a long time, but it's definitely increasingly worse and worse and worse as we're seeing under this administration in particular. Do we like this font? I do. I like this font. I finally figured out how to use the Cricut app, and I've been making canvas bags. I will show you in a week bake make. So I'm making a whole bunch of slogans and shit for canvas bags. Anyway, I have to do it before I forget. So yeah, there's been so much conversation. I'm thinking back to 2020. There's been so much conversation about the land theft, and the way that millionaires and billionaires have been buying land, people creating bunkers, shit like that. Um, I'm gonna share this story again. So I paid $1,200 for my plot of land back in 2021, and I used a stimulus check to do it. I used a stimulus check to buy that land, and I got a lot. So my land is like out in the middle of the desert, and I got a lot of letters from 2021 until 20. I stopped receiving them in 2023 because I changed my address. I think. And I'm now paying property tax on the land. So that's public record. But anyway, I got offers to buy the land, and I know I've shared this with you guys before, but I think it was probably under the Homesteading Diaries, which I haven't done in years. And I got offered like $623. Now my mom helped me put a septic tank on that land. So the value of my plot is a lot greater than, just raw land. It's not raw land anymore. It's already started to be developed. Now, well, not really developed, but well, kind of. The thing about that is that the company I don't remember what company it was, but it was a letter from like a woman, and she was like, "Hi, my name's Chris, and I want to buy your land for like $623 or something." So they were offering to buy the land that I bought for $1,200 for half of that, first of all. And one thing I decided when I bought that land was that I was going to cockblock projects as an initiative for land back. Now, my land is out there. Obviously, you know that things got stolen. I just don't have the capacity to keep up with that right now, in the way that my life is. But I'm not selling it, regardless of what's happened. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. So, and also the value has gone up a lot. It's at least tripled since when I bought it. Now, I'm sharing all of that because I think that we're going to be seeing, we already are seeing, we're seeing natural disasters, we're seeing flooding and fires and areas being deemed inhabitable, and then the government's taking them, right? We're seeing land theft. And so there's, with the development of not only the data centers, but the reason that they want the data centers is to power these smart cities. They want to completely shift us. Agenda 2030 says by the year 2020 or 2030, you will have nothing and you will be happy. And so they're trying to streamline and bottleneck us all into these smart cities, but they have to lay the groundwork for that development. No, I haven't read Project 2025. No, I'm not going to read Agenda 2030 all the way. Because I already can tell what's going to happen. It's not like people give a fuck anyway. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening. Nobody's paying attention. In this country at least. And at least is heavy on the at least. Like, the whole world is having to pay attention to everything. But Americans and Israelis are still distracted enough to not be paying attention. So anyway, I just wanted to throw this out here. I still have a couple more days of being grounded from my channel, but by the time you see this, you won't know that. It won't matter. I'm bummed. I miss making videos, but I was forced to rest, so I've been fucking resting. Anyway, I figured out how to use my label maker machine today. Took a couple tries, as you can see, but we finally got it centered, and I changed the border. It's really cute, to like an ocean theme. But these are iridescent. The only machine I have left to learn is the engraver, and I want to get that going because I have a lot of products or inventory to engrave. So I've got like 5 different products to start engraving, so I would like to get started. But I don't know, I'm not trying to rush myself. So yeah, I will come back and make a wig bake and make. I think I'm gonna go ahead and record. I don't know, what time is it? How am I feeling? I might go ahead and record decolonizing consumerism while I'm in this train of thought. So okay, so again, check the nearest data center construction or proposal. Check the nearest smart city. I don't know what kind of action to call on us to be like. I think that at this time it's awareness and, your own individual risk assessment or pivoting is, necessary. I think the reason I'm getting on here is to make sure you know that these things are happening. Because again, a lot of people just called this conspiracy. But when they are taking the reason I want to do an consumerism or decolonizing consumerism is because the topic is resource extraction. That's the next topic. So I think that's really in line with this conversation about all of this, the data centers, the way that they use the water. I got to see a visual, so I got to see a visual of that and the impact that it's having on people's homes. And so I'm a lot more clear in my understanding of it, because I'm like, how does it use water, right? Like, everyone keeps saying like AI uses so much water, but what does that look like was hard for me because I'm a very visual person. So let me go ahead and show you. I think I saved it. I thought this is important. Let me see. I don't even know how to use Instagram anymore or Facebook. Where are the saves? God, I hate this fucking. I hate that so much. Alright, AI water consumption. Oh, here it is. Perfect. That was easy. Okay, so those are the big, I don't know, power hubs. And that is like a big tank, and that's only just like one. Okay, and then let me see if I can find I think it was on TikTok where I saw the impact of that in someone's house. So, you know, considering resource extraction, I just saw a post too that said that like the data centers in the Great Lakes region are going to be, they're like proposing even more water usage because of the availability of water. Like, these motherfuckers are not. Hang on. I like a lot of shit. I spend a lot of time on TikTok. Please hold. This was earlier. Oh, I'm just wasting time. I just need to use the search bar. Okay, my bad. Homes impacted by data centers. Oh, here it is. Okay, you guys can't hear them, but you can see her with her water pressure. So, she's talking about how, oh, you can read the captions. So they're using buckets, there's sediments in the water. So the water is dirty and there's like none left. So that's what a data center looks like. This is in Georgia. And I want to show you the water pressure. I think that's important. So, you know, where I'm at, the desert, this is insane to even be happening. I mean, again, yes, there's land, but the water is not available, right? I don't know what all these motherfuckers are saying. I wanted to see her. Okay. She's gonna turn it on right now, so just watch really closely. It's just a drip. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna talk about the other thing tonight. I don't feel like it. I just got like a headache thinking about this. I'm a big water fan. So yeah. You know, this conversation has been happening a lot within indigenous movements, especially here in the United States, the water protectors, right? With the oil spills, all of it. Like, these motherfuckers are completely ruining the earth. They're completely polluting us out of existence. All of us. Plants, bugs, humans, animals. So I don't know. You know, we have to be the change we want to see, but I mean, you know, what's it gonna take? And, you know, at this point, what is the red line? You know, at what point are people going to have enough? Like, have to have had enough. And unfortunately, for most people in the United States, Americans are, unless they're personally impacted, they do not give a fuck. So that means it's going to be too late, much too late, for anything to change. So I wish I had a better thing to come on here with, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. We're at a very precarious time in human existence. So I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, look into your area. Have a good one.